as you can see, in my normal location. And so all of a sudden, I couldn't get the Wi-Fi to work. So here I am, I made it. So here we are. How is everyone tonight? Welcome to Living in the Light, and I'm Mary Amy, and I'm all about shifting away darkness, guiding you to your true potential, and cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart. How's everyone? How was your weekend? Are you back in the matrix grind like I am? Oh, so much going on. And you know what, though? I have to say, I think we're going to be out of the matrix pretty soon. We're all reaching a higher consciousness. Did anyone get a chance to view the interviews I did over the weekend? I did one with Shayna Blackmore, and she is a energy healer and a sound healer. And I also had one with Laura Faye. And you can find that on this channel if you want to look for it. So today, it's February 27th, Monday in the Matrix work week. Like I said, the grind, the grind, the grind. And tonight we're going to have topics like greed kills, and boy, does it ever. And stolen earth and higher levels of consciousness. Now, I hope that you get a chance to write in the chat and tell me what's going on with you. All of a sudden I was cold and now I'm hot. You know, I'm in New York, and guess what's going on here? We're about to get 6 inches of snow. I don't know. Everyone rushes to the supermarket. I don't know if it's a true thing, if it's really going to happen. However, the gym's going to be closed early in the morning, so I guess I won't be going to the gym. I guess I will be just waiting to start my job in the Matrix. Now, over the weekend, I don't know if you sense that there was a lot of these, I guess, energies and vibrations and frequencies coming onto the earth. And any of you out there who've already awakened, hey, Bob Harding, watched both interviews, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy doing that. And I have a few coming up, I have to tell you. Let's see, probably by Saturday, I'll post a video with a medium. She's a medium. And then I have I'm going away. I don't know if you know that. And so I won't be doing the lives, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I do have next weekend some more interviews, and I'll be talking about those as they get closer, because I want to make sure that it's concrete. But anyway, this past weekend, I was feeling such an influx of energies and vibrations and frequencies, and I had some very unusual dreams. And I'm starting to get these levels of, I realize I'm here in this physical reality, but then I'm touching into another consciousness. And I guess it's maybe my spirit guides, it's maybe source, Christ consciousness, and I can tap in. And then kind of, if someone's near me, or even not even near me, but in my mental, I guess, vicinity, I'm thinking about them, I can send messages. So it's getting into telepathy now. Hey, down under, remodeling the background. Well, you know what's going on here? I'm not at my home. I'm not home, but you can see. Well, you know what? These paintings that I did, and I pulled them out because the background was so vacant. And I said, we have to have some color. Hey, Craig. Hi, Mary. Everyone is also enjoyed interviews, Lars. She is a Palladian. She's wonderful. And she enlightened me on quite a bit. I don't know anyone who got to see the videos like Bob and Craig. They would know that she's chock full of a lot of information and insight. And she said I was an old soul, but I think she's probably considered an old soul. And it's a different room. It is a different room. I'm not home where I normally am. But like I said, I did this painting and I did that painting way back when. I don't even know. This had to be 10 years ago, both of them. That one over there was 2011. So I'm an artist. It wasn't something I made a profession out of. It was a hobby, more or less. But let's discuss the 3 things I always bring up. Dreams. Did you have any dreams over the weekend? And it's crucial that you keep track of them. Get a dream journal, get a composition book, and just start to write it down. Keep track of it, because your dreams will guide you. And, what I'm starting to understand now more and more is that everything's a stepping stone for something else. And it might not seem that you're actually progressing, but then if you look back and you think about where you started at and where you're headed towards and you're transitioning, and it's happening like lightning speed now. Last night I had this dream. Actually, it wasn't really a dream, it was more like lucid right before I went to sleep. And I was trying to figure out a way to describe it to you, all of you. And it looked like I was traveling through a tunnel. However, it was more or less these abstract shapes that were moving past it. So it would be like I'm moving through and then they're moving past me. It was very it was very dimensional and there was energy with it. So these were light codes, I guess. And light codes are actually ancient healing codes, and they are helping to activate your DNA. They're giving you information. Firstborn 313, how's T? Peace and blessings from T and Firstborn. Oh, there you are. Hi, thanks for joining us. I appreciate everyone who's here. I have gratitude. Now, are you reminding yourself to have gratitude and be grounded in this moment? And we imagine our feet firmly planted in the earth's surface, and 12 inches from the bottom of our feet are our earth chakras. So it's a good idea if you feel like you're having looping thoughts or you're getting too much into your head. You want to get more grounded into your body. So imagine, your bottom's really on the chair or wherever you are. Just drop down all your energy and all of your physical vessel matter into your seat so that you relax more. And then imagine that your feet are in the ground, in the earth, and this earth chakra, which is 12 inches from the bottom of your feet, imagine it's a ball of light and it's in the earth as well. And that will help ground you. Also, like I always say, just pick up something and say, oh, like here it is. So you remind yourself of where you are. Because with everything that's going on out there in the physical reality, we are not only, as the human part of us in the physical reality, dealing with the day in and day out, we sense that things aren't the norm because I guess people are kind of confusing us, or there's a lot of drastic situations going on. I was just hearing about all of these environmental spills or accidents, and there's been quite a few in the last 10 days. And we also had we had those very strange goings on in the skies, right? The clouds, these balloons, or the UFOs, the earthquake, and it seems as though these are signs of more to come. So if you remind yourself to be grounded when you're starting to feel as though you're a little lost or you're uncomfortable, it's a good idea to remind yourself about the moment, living in the moment and stretching out the moment. I always say stretch out the moment. Like right now, here I am in New York and it's 7:13. So how do I stretch out the moment? Well, watch how long a whole minute is. And just think about what you can do in a whole minute. And time really isn't what we realize, what we think it is. I know we live in linear time, but what's going on is as we morph and transform and evolve into these higher advanced beings of light, more light's coming into our systems. They say we're going to need less foods. They say we're not going to want to eat certain foods. I personally, I have a lot of food allergies, so I don't know how you are. I don't know if you've been experiencing that, but these ascension symptoms are definitely changing me. And I'm getting a lot more view of what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's expanding. And I don't think I have enough hours in the day. All right, so it's dreams. Our intentions are very important. What's your intention? Intention is a commitment to do your best. So when you are about to do something, you want to have a good intention. You want to believe in yourself. You want to have self-confidence so you are a success. Cause and effect. We can change the outcome through our thoughts because they're very powerful. They carry a charged impulse. their emotions and feelings. That's why we can send telepathic thoughts to others. Hey, Craig, I gobble like a lemon. Well, yeah, I know. I can't imagine. I mean, but I couldn't imagine where I am right now in this very moment, how much I've evolved and how much I just care so little about what other people think. I used to be very concerned about that, and I think we all were, and we all were used to being criticized. So that's why we kind of went along with the pack, and we weren't really rebels because we were like, oh, I want everyone to like me, and I don't want to be criticized. So I'm going to wear the right shoes, and I'm going to live in the right house, and I'm going to do the right job, and I'm going to try to look like everyone else. But let's just be individuals. So let's get on to the first topic because I've chatted enough. So thoughts, intention, and dreams, very, very important. So greed kills, doesn't it? What do I mean by that? Well, this is like a very, this is a very dark picture. And I just brought some pictures from home. And you know, I don't know if it really looks like what I'm saying, greed, but it looks pretty dark. And I came up with this because our whole world is comprised of this perspective and this attitude of, reach to the top and get all those material possessions and have a lot, and then you'll be successful and happy, and buy and have the most expensive everything. And that's considered happiness, that's considered success, that's considered fulfillment. And it's all really based on this external world, not with what's in us. And with what's in us is the gold, as I've always said. The DNA within you is the gold. And there's been so many distractions to try to tell us that's not what's important. They've said, oh, look at that beautiful shiny car, or this magnificent house that this entrepreneur has, or you can go out to dinner so many times and you have so much money to do with whatever you want. And I know that sounds wonderful in a lot of respects. I mean, who doesn't want to go out for some yummy meals? I'm not saying that that's not wonderful. I'm talking about what's taking it over the top with greed. And so greed is being selfish, and money influences behavior, excessive desire to acquire possessions more than one needs. And our society has been pretty driven on that, our civilization. And like I said, that's happiness if you have a lot of stuff. And we're always looking at, we're like, oh, I mean, we look at some of these, I guess, award shows and these musicians and these superstars and these Hollywood people, and we say, oh, wow, I want to be just like them. I want to be just like them. And I've mentioned that you really, guess what? You always have to pay the price for that. You're selling your soul to the devil, Satan, because it's a very cliquey group. And if you want to get to the tippy top of any kind of industry, you're going to have to cut corners, and you're going to have to be willing to do whatever they want you to, because it's all masterfully designed not to let everyone in. If you're someone that's super honest, guess what? You're not going to get into that group. But greed kills greediness. There's a lot of greediness out there. I don't know if you realize that. I do. I see it all the time. I've seen that with some of the medical, some of our government, some of these companies, and how they treat their employees. And they cut a lot of corners, and they take advantage of people's goodwill. So it's an uncontrollable longing for increase in material gain. And I felt it was imperative that I mention this because we are leaving the world of greed. We are leaving the world of greed. The Matrix is all about greed. The Matrix is all about control and dominance and fear, and you're not good enough, and you won't be liked unless you have the right stuff. And food, land, money, or inanimate or inanimate possessions, or social value, such as status or power. A lot of status and power, which has been around in our on our planet Earth for thousands of years. It's been important what your status is. And, there's the king and the queens, and then there's the peasants. I guess I'd be considered, I'm a peasant. I'm not a king or queen, I'm a peasant. What are you? I'm okay being a peasant. I'll be the peasant. I'm fine because I have my integrity. I have my honesty behind me. Greed, the undesirable, because it creates conflict between personal and social gains. And greed puts an end to life as we know it. And what does that mean? Well, like I said, usually you have to kind of give something up to get the money. I was watching some movies over the weekend because I'm staying here, and there was a lot of shows to watch. And I'm watching all of these movies with these main characters, and usually they're not such great like people, I guess you could say. They're more or less trying to steal or take, or they're thieves, and they're action movies. I watched a lot of action movies, but a lot of them, the storylines are related to greed, and they're trying to get something, and they're trying to basically do away with one group to get the money, and to get everything, to get all the possessions and have all the wealth. And they're always running towards something. So greed puts an end to life as we know it, deprived of purity, innocence, integrity, and destroys your soul and spirit. Have discernment. Have discernment. I believe that anyone who's here with me today probably is not considered a greedy person. However, we are mentioning topics that are going on across the globe just to bring awareness so that we don't fall victim to any of it. And greed puts an end to ethical code, honesty, moral principles, and value. The danger of greed, now they say, a bottomless pit which exhausts the person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching satisfaction. That's by Eric Fromm. That was a quote by him. And so when was wealth created? I thought, let me look up money, because money really is about power and we're, I mean, everything we do, we need money. I mean, today I just was driving around. I said, oh my gosh, I need more gas again. Oh my gosh, I need more food again. It's never over. And then it's more money, more money, more money. And I said, well, when did this whole idea of money come about? Commodity. Who created money and wealth? Well, it started out with barter, exchange, economic systems, money of exchange. And then they said that there was money of exchange and money of debt. Those are the two money terminologies, money of exchange and money of debt. So if you are someone who's greedy, here's the negative side of being greedy. What does it do to you if you are a greedy person? Which is like the I am. I am, if you are service to self, I am. It's all about me. Then 95% of your thoughts and actions are related to me, 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 me. It's all about me. Give it to me. I want more for me. And then if you are service to others, 51% of your thoughts and actions are about doing for others, service to others. So which are you? So what does greed do to you? Well, greed will rob you of sleep. This is the downside of greed. Well, I guess if you have a conscience, make you a hoarder. Interesting, because you never feel like you have enough. So you know what? I'll have 3 of these, but not one because I need 3. I'm gonna be greedy. It absorbs one's mind. You become convinced that's all that's important. And you live your life about more, get me more. And it's a big distraction what's out here, rather than tune inward and look at what's going on here. Because that's where real fulfillment comes from. That's where personal happiness. There's no end to material wealth. So how should you deal with greedy people? How should you deal with greedy people? Well, here's some suggestions. Recognize the reason why they are the way they are. Stay calm and be polite. You don't really want to interact too much with greedy people. You want to just leave them alone. Go over there. I'm going to be over here, greedy people. 3, ignore them. You could be like, I don't even see that greedy person. There's a little humor here with what I'm saying. 4 would be strengthen your positivity. So acknowledge in your mind, see the difference between the way they are and the way you are. And so these are just suggestions just to bring awareness and not, I guess, concern yourself with what everyone else has. It doesn't really matter. Now, I believe and there's a lot of things that I want. I would like to have a beautiful home. I would like to have a beautiful life and live someplace safe. And, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having dreams and desires. Like we always say, what's your destiny? Imagine it right here in your palm of your hands. If you could imagine it right here, close your eyes right now. What do you see? With all your senses, imagine within you, what does it look like? What does it feel like to be there? Let me remind you, manifesting, 3 steps to manifesting while we're on this, because this is not about being greedy. We all are entitled to have our wants and needs fulfilled. Greediness is about way far beyond that. So number 1, the first thing you should do to manifest something is to write it down on a piece of paper. Just get a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, write it down. Whatever it is you want. And let me remind you, if it is a relationship, you can't ask for a specific person. You can just, it might be something like, I would like to have a relationship with a kind, caring person, something like that, about what it would feel like or what it would be like, not a specific person. So you want to write down on a piece of paper exactly what you would like, to manifest. And then you're going to fold it up and put it in your sock drawer. And then you're going to close your eyes. And we're going to do this together right now because all of us want to manifest at least one thing. Now, it could be something material. I always use a yellow shiny car. There's this yellow shiny car that I want. So it might be, like I said, a relationship. It might be something that you would like to change within you. Whatever it is, it's entirely up to you. It's your personal decision. And these are suggestions, like I said. So the first step is write it down and put it on a piece of paper and stick it in your sock drawer. And the second would be close your eyes. And I'd like you to imagine whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever your dream or desire is, I'd like you to imagine it. And with all your senses, with your sense of hearing, with your sense of smell, taste, your sight, I'd like you to close your eyes and imagine yourself with this, whatever it is, doing whatever it is, whatever you would like to manifest, with all your senses. Now, if it can bring joy to you, if you can feel joy in your heart, you know what joy feels like? It feels like you're like rising up. It feels exciting. It's resonating with you. You feel just almost like a little giddy. Happiness. That's joy. And it touches you, your physical being. And if you close your eyes and you imagine whatever it is you want to manifest and you feel this sense of joy, this sensation, then you can. Now, if you don't feel joy and you go, and you feel uncomfortable, you want to look at why. Did someone tell you couldn't have it? Are you sabotaging yourself? There's a reason why. You want to go to whatever it is that's blocking you from reaching your destiny, whatever it is that you want to manifest. And you want to go to it and you want to look at it. And you want to try to get through it so you can manifest. And then the third step would be to talk about it like you already have it. And then the universe will bring it to you. So for me, I always say, my yellow shiny car, it's in the driveway, it's a convertible, it has black interior, and I love taking it out on the highway and putting the top down in the spring and summertime. And there's only 2 seats. There's a little spot in the back for a piece of luggage or a grocery store bag, but it's a small little car just for me. And that's how you do it. So it's those 3 steps. Write it down, imagine it with all your senses, and it brings joy. And then the third step is talk about it as though you already have it. So that's about manifesting. And I think that that's valuable to bring up because all of us have something that we would like, and that's how we're going to reach our destiny and have our happiness. Because we are going to grow that way, and we are going to find our own personal happiness. And it'll bring you into somewhere. So let's get on to stolen earth. Ooh, stolen earth. I've been speaking to a few friends lately, and I've spoken about all of these extraterrestrials and this AI, and we know there's this whole AI concept that there's this AI that's out in the galaxy, or this AI that is going to take over how we live our lives here. You know how they want us to have a brain chip or an ID chip. They're talking about these smart cities right now. What exactly is that? You can't go but 15 minutes from your house. They're going to keep track of us, and they're already keeping track of us through our phones, aren't they? That's what this is. This is not supposed to be about getting your photo taken. This is about everyone knowing where we are, so that they can keep track of us. That's what the phone is for. So stolen earth. Our earth has been stolen. Here we are. We're living in this world. Who's in charge? We're not. Although we do have free will, we are sovereign beings. There are leaders out there that are supposed to be taking care of us, or we were under the impression that they were interested in our welfare. But I could just say that out in the physical reality, no one really cares about you. Maybe a mother cares about a child or a baby, but most everyone is too busy just trying to survive 2023. They're not keeping track of what you want or what you need. So you have to look out for yourself. You can't worry and hope for a false prophet or someone that's going to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and you got to get going. And you've got to find your way on your own. You tune inward. Like I say, you tune into your heart and you ask for exactly what you need, and you tune in, and you discover how you feel. And how you feel really matters. Hey, Jenny, thanks for joining us. I saw you on Twitter. Thanks for joining us. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Boy, I look so tan today. I don't even know why. I don't know what's going on. I look so tan. It's the lighting today. So stolen earth. I realized that we have had our earth stolen a gazillion years ago. Dark forces. Now, I'm guessing. I don't know who started this whole stealing of the earth, but dark forces and AI, we know now the deep state, humans, maybe it was the Greys, maybe it was the reptilians, maybe it's the Draconians. It's been robbed, pilfered, hijacked. This earth has been hijacked and pilfered by sinister entities, numerous, like beyond our earth. Maybe it was an extraterrestrial. Maybe it was a planet of extraterrestrials that came here and then they planted themselves in our earth and they're in the inner earth. I don't know. These are all theories. These might be myths. I don't know. But it sure as heck doesn't feel like we're free, does it? I mean, where's the fun? I'm working in that 9-to-5 job in the Matrix. I'm ready to have some fun. I think we're all ready to have fun. Forget about the systems. They're going into the trash. The history. What's the real truth of the history? The medical, the education, the government. All of it's going in the dumpster, or it is already in the dumpster. However, the earth has been stolen. So we are kind of keeping our eyes out and wondering what's going to happen next. Is there going to be a divine event? Is the solar flash about to occur? I think so. I think it's coming because there's so much light coming onto the earth, and I'm receiving so many, I guess, messages and signs myself. When I go to sleep, I'm hearing in my left ear, I hear like another kind of dimension or another realm. And it's very hard to describe. Like I always say, it's when you pick up a shell, one of those shells on the beach, and you put it up to your ear, and it sounds like another location. It sounds like something else. And that's what I hear in my left ear, because we are actually receiving all of these light codes, and these light codes are changing us. We're becoming more of ourselves. So you will start to feel as though for a moment, you're going to get a little lost. Who are you? What's your identity? You're not going to really know who you are. You're going to feel a little lost. I can tell you on, I think it was Wednesday last week or Thursday, from 1 to 3, I felt very wonky. I felt like, oh, you know, it was surreal, almost like I wasn't in my body, because there's all of these solar flares coming from the sun. They said these X-class solar flares. And I know I'm speaking about stolen earth, and now I'm getting into basically the positive end of it, which is this timeline, this three-dimensional timeline is going to be non-existent pretty soon. We are awakening. Enough of us are awakening. The 144, the star seeds and the light workers are awakening, and we are bringing humanity into the fold. We are bringing them to the light. We're showing them the way. How are we showing them the way? By speaking out, by standing your ground, by acknowledging your free will, by being your truth, authentic self. So this stolen earth is going to be taken back. We are taking back the earth. We're taking back our beautiful new earth. And our earth was taken a long time ago. The kidnapping took place by ETs wanting our beautiful earth, harvesting human DNA. Maybe it was the Greys abducting humans to mate with, stealing DNA. People reported the experience of being kidnapped by an unusual figure suspected to be physical and psychological experimentation. Hey, yes, many huge Earth-facing coronal mass. Yes, definitely, music. Thanks for joining me and us. Thanks for joining us. And gray aliens taking people from their cars, roads, usually to a spacecraft in space. Now, last night when I was reading up on this, I started to get a little fearful, because this information is kind of scary. Like, oh my gosh, is there going to be a gray alien that steals me or takes my DNA? Bob Harding, that's so wild. I get in my left ear too. I sometimes get not dizzy or vertigo, but yes, my left ear. When I hear ringing during the day, it's in my right ear, but at night it's in my left ear. And the idea of getting abducted, that puts fear into you. We don't want to have any fear. So how do we deal with fear? Guess what we do? If anything dark comes to us, what do I suggest? I say, you say to them, I'm good, I love you. Come here, let me hug you. And then imagine hugging. Imagine hugging them. Imagine putting light around them, and they will run away. Anything dark does not like that. And also, the more true you are to yourself, the more you've tuned into yourself. You know, we spoke about fear being down here on the chart of 20. Fear and shame, loneliness. And what's up here at 1,000? Love and joy. Love and joy. So go to love. Go to love. How do you go to love? Close your eyes. Go to your heart. And then imagine someone in your life that you have love for. You will instantly change your energetic pattern, your energy field, and everything that's going on with you. And you'll take away the fear. We want to go to love. The more we're in love, the faster we will ascend to this higher consciousness, the faster we will enter into this place of light. Now, we're all joining each other in this light. I've had so much ear ringing. Hope it's not. No, it's not. It's probably just you're ascending. It's ascension. You are having ascension symptoms. I have ear ringing. You are the creator of any experience that happens to you, even wild stuff like abductions. The experience of, well, I'm not really interested in having that experience. But I realize now, it's funny because I don't know if you remember me telling you how I had this gray alien coming to me. I'm going to show you some pictures of gray aliens or aliens. So I had this one gray alien come to me, and here's a gray alien, I guess, and it had these huge green eyes. And so what I've heard is that that maybe the gray, and I thought the gray alien actually seemed very masculine. And someone said to me, Mary, I think that they were deciding whether or not that they wanted your DNA. to mate with. And I said, what? My DNA to mate with? I thought they seemed nice. And she's like, oh, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. And so that was a little concerning to me. But I mean, I think the great alien abductions is a thing of the past. I don't think we should worry about that right now. But it is something that has happened in the past. So here are these spaceships from another planet, and have they come here and have they decided to steal our Earth, or have they already stolen our Earth? Are there reptilian shapeshifters among us? Is everyone out there, you know, they say there's 8 billion on the planet. Are all 8 billion, are they humans? Are they clones? Are they half-breds? Are they, I guess, robots? Is it a mask? Are they a non-player? What does everyone think about what I'm talking about? Do you have any idea? Do you have any input? So gray aliens taking people from their cars, roads, usually to a spacecraft in space. Have reptilians and draconians, these are a lot of questions tonight. Have reptilians and draconians been living in underground tunnels, in domes, shape-shifting? Our own government has joined together to destroy humanity, the deep state, harvest our energy and DNA. And I wonder about a lot of this medication that we've been given lately. Is that something that's going to change our DNA? Do we have to be concerned? Like I've been someone who has tried to stay away from any of this medication because I don't think I need it, and I don't know what's in it. And I don't trust big pharma. I think big pharma is all about greed. Our first topic, greed. Anybody think, what does anybody think? Anybody have any input? Now, this guy doesn't look like he's a very nice one, does he? He's not very nice, is he? Can you see that? I don't know what he looks like. Now here's a nice looking extraterrestrial. This is an Andromedan. You see that, an Andromedan? And you can tell they're very benevolent, they're peaceful. We have been accustomed to seeing in films and television shows that aliens are here to harm us. And these aliens, like this extraterrestrial, is here to come in peace, like the Galactic Federation. This one here, he's a reptilian. He's not. So if you see anyone like this saying no thank you, say, I'm going to send you love, Jesus Christ. They don't like Jesus Christ. Can our angels guide and protect us? Yes, our angels can guide and protect us. That's why I always bring up angels, actually, because I know that that's a real thing. Here I have actually a picture of an angel right here. So thanks for bringing that up, Craig. I appreciate that. So angels are beings of light. They're benevolent. They come from the heavens to earth, and they're here to protect us. We can ask for Archangel Michael and Gabriel to come, and any other archangels to come into our existence and protect us. Like I've shared with you before, I've had for many years, I've either had visions of angels, I've had dreams with angels, I've seen them in my third eye because my third eye is open. I've seen angels all around, you know. And I know that the spiritual war that we've undergone for the last, I mean, it's been eons, but most recently in the last year, good has won. Good has won. We are all one after all. Yes, mainly people at different levels of consciousness. I feel NPCs are just very young souls. Maybe their first go around. The idea of soulless people walking around is divisive. I know, some of what people have said, and I've seen videos, and I'm kind of getting away from that now because I'm moving to another arena, I guess you could say. I saw so much of this anger and hate and, lashing out and aggression. And, I always say that those who behave that way, it's because they have such hurt in their heart. They're traumatized. And we can send them love, although we want to put our arm across our heart to protect ourselves, because we aren't capable of miracles. I mean, I guess we can ask for miracles, but I just want to say that we have to be careful that we don't put ourselves in harm's way. We can send love and we can bless people, but if someone is coming at you and they're aggressive, probably just get out of the way. Don't interact, because you don't want to feed that. We're all the same, just as different points in our past, some at the start, some near the beginning. Yes, I agree with you. So angels ascend and descend from a staircase to heavens. They say there's legions, tens of thousands upon millions of angels that come from the heavens. Now you can ask for angels to come into your existence and protect you and lift you up. Maybe you see a little spark of light out of the corner of your eye, or you feel a little twinkle on top of your head, on top of your crown chakra. And it might be an angel just, blessing you. They say there's 9 ranks of angels. There's a little chart. I don't know if you've seen this chart before. Seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, powers, principalities, virtues, archangels, and angels, and guardian angels. And I think it's a good thing for me to bring this up, and I'll tell you why. Because it's almost like a mantra. It's almost like positive words and affirmations, because when we bring up something as pure as an angel, they're beings of light, it's pushing away anything dark and anything negative. More right. Deep underground bases are real, but so many things the government isn't control of. Midnight Special movie 2006, I think. Really? Well, thanks, Bob Harding, for that input. That's very nice of you. You guys are all very chatty tonight. I like it. I like it. And I said that's enough. You get my perspective. Basically, I realized that our Earth was stolen. We are taking it back, and greed. Be aware of those two things: stolen Earth and greed. We are all the same. Just okay. So higher levels of consciousness. That's one of my favorites. I love that. Here's what looks like some light language, some light codes. Are you sensing that you are ready for some higher levels of consciousness? It's all about understanding yourself, opening up yourself, and knowing yourself more, having self-actualization, exceeding the understanding of the vocabulary, and it's based on known to man. When one is tapped into a higher consciousness, language is expanded to tones, hand gestures, geometry, and essentially language of light speaks in universal compatibility as the mother of all languages in existence. In other words, when you reach a point of a higher consciousness, a 5-dimensional, more awareness, a higher vibrational frequency, your language will be universal. And I think this is a little bit about, or if not a lot about, light language and communicating. So light language is not actual speech. It's more tones, sensations. I think it's really got feelings and emotions involved. And it's going to expand you, and you're going to become more connected to everyone else and source energy. And I've been experiencing this since I've been having these channelers as guests. I realize I'm looking up a lot now when I speak. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why I'm looking up more. It's like I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to try to look straight ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at anything. I don't know. I realize that since I've been doing this channeling and these interviews with channelers, I have noticed that I can connect to a higher state of consciousness and then connect to their higher state of consciousness. Like I'm having a connection with their spirit guides, or their, I guess, their truest self. I don't know if I'm reaching their outside chakras, their galactic chakras, or their cosmic chakra. I don't know what I'm speaking to, but part of me is going up and downloads from on high. Downloads from on high. I'm receiving a lot of downloads. So higher consciousness, essentially language of light, speaks in universal compatibility as the mother of all languages in existence. Higher consciousness, awareness of the meaning of your existence, your spiritual essence. What is your spiritual essence? We are discovering that every single day. More and more of that's coming. I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that more of us will start to awaken from the slumber, from this illusion, from this linear world, the matrix, this three-dimensional timeline. I don't want to leave anyone behind. I want everyone to come with us. I'll be brokenhearted. It will kill me if we don't get more awakened. And I'm not pushing. I'm not trying to control. I'm just trying to protect everyone out there. So let's reach out to those, and we don't want to be aggressively or pushing information into someone's mind. We want to just plant seeds. I think it's time for us to all start to plant seeds. And that's why I've been doing some of these interviews, more of these interviews, and speaking on subjects like the higher levels of consciousness, and bringing more awareness and expanding. Like I say, expanding your perception. And we're going to do a little meditation today because that's very helpful. Meditation is one way to reach a higher consciousness. Chanting, meditation, time in nature, tuning inward, practicing with your clear senses. We all are going to master at least one clear sense, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. So the four stages of consciousness. The first stage of consciousness is going to be to me. Victim consciousness, that's the first one. The belief that something is happening to you. It's all about me. Something's happening to me. That's all that matters is me. Believing everything is determined by external factors. Not realizing that if you have alignment and your thoughts are very powerful, you can create your physical reality. And that's how we're doing that. We're coming together as one. We're realizing I'm connected to you and you're connected to the tree and I'm connected to the plant. We're all connected. Everything on this earth is connected. Everything, every living thing, every creature. 2 is by me, manifester of consciousness. Believe things are happening by you. Using spiritual principles, affirmations, and visualizations, those are very valuable. Manifest a kind of life that you want. And that's what we spoke about just a minute ago when I gave you those 3 steps to manifesting. We want to create this world that we would like to live in. We want to have our own personal happiness. And like I think it was music that said, our experience, our own, how do you see things? How do you see the world? What are you feeling? What are you sensing? Everything is very personal. And there's no right or wrong here. It's whatever you sense is right for you. And you are operating on a certain frequency, a certain vibration, and like attracts like. So as you evolve and change, some of those out there that you've been having in your physical reality, maybe it's friends, maybe it's coworkers, maybe it's a loved one, maybe it's family. Not everyone's going to jive with you. They're going to start to kind of say, what's going on? They're not going to feel comfortable around you. People are going to start to pull away. So be prepared for that. That's normal, because as you evolve and you raise your frequency, you're not going to necessarily resonate with everyone in your life. Those that have experienced a lot of trauma and issues and haven't dealt with it are going to kind of be left behind until they tune inward and look at every part of themselves. Dark night of the soul. We all are going to have to go through that if we want to reach this higher consciousness. 3, through me, channeler consciousness. things operating through you, meditation, visualizations, live a life of surrender to the universe. And that's where we're going right now. I sense that most of us are actually in this place. We're probably at 3: channeler consciousness, meditation, visualization, surrender to the universe. And then the last, but not least, 4 is being consciousness as me, being consciousness. You are oneness as you. Higher consciousness, no separation, harmony with who you are. You're basically accepting everything about you and you're loving yourself. Like I say, you look in the mirror, you say, I love myself, I accept myself. Is that hard to do? If that's hard to do, you have to figure out why. You should be able to go, I love myself, I accept myself. And we speak about 3 authentic characteristics that you have. Maybe that's a good thing to remind yourself of. What are 3 authentic characteristics that only you have that make you a worthy being of light? I'm telling you, you're a worthy being of light. You're lovable. You're beautiful as is. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you have, and it doesn't matter what job you have. You're a worthy being of light as is. You're highly advanced. Have self-confidence. Believe in yourself. It's within you. Just reach down, go deep, deep down within you. Pull up all your personal power and keep going. Remind yourself, what are your 3 characteristics? Maybe you have the most beautiful brown eyes. Maybe you're amazing at crossword puzzles. Maybe you are an incredible skier. Whatever it is, there's at least 3. There's probably 100 characteristics that make you a beautiful being of light, and you are worthy. And I'm telling you, and I'm here right now sharing with you and giving you support. You're a loved being. Own it, own it. Be prepared to be called schizophrenic by people who aren't experiencing these things. I don't care what people think. Think I'm going to stop doing this? Schizophrenic? You mean I'm hearing voices? Well, let's just with that, Bob Harding, we're going to get into telepathy, extrasensory perception. We're going to get into psychic phenomenon. Have you been practicing your clairsenses? Do you have clairaudience? Can you hear? Are you hearing things beyond the walls of the room to another reality, to another realm? Do you close your eyes? And when we do this psychic phenomenon, are you hearing a voice from another source coming through? Now, when you start to receive these impressions, maybe you're going to see a mental picture. You might just see, maybe you'll see a little story. Maybe you'll have remote viewing and you'll be going to a place that's not right here. I had some of that over the weekend. I started remote viewing. It's starting to come through to me constantly. And it's hard. It's difficult because either I'm in a conversation or I'm doing something and then this information pops into my mind. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? Maybe that's where the schizophrenic that you're saying, Bob Harding. So clairaudience, hearing, clairvoyance, clairseeing. Are you seeing another reality, another realm, past, present, future? Are you able to contact other entities, angels, spirits? Do you know something about an individual and you have not been giving the information? You come in contact and all of a sudden information drops down into you. You might be just clairvoyant. Do you have clairsustenance, which is a higher level of being empathic, which is more that you've mastered being empathic and you can tune into your feelings and you can kind of realize exactly what someone else is feeling and their mood. And I think all of these clairsenses are really an ability to come from a place that your face isn't pressed up against the glass. More or less, you're sitting back and observing and looking, and you are able to kind of see exactly what's going on energetically, vibrations. You walk into a room and right away, I'm not saying you are. I know, Bob Harding. I know you're not. Absolutely no. I think you're funny. You walk into a room and right away you can sense, I'm not going to go over to that group of people because I get like some real nasty energy or dark energy. Or you walk into a room and you say, oh, right away you have a connection, immediate connection with someone, and they're your instant friend, a forever friend. More of that will start to happen to you because we are finding each other. Like attracts like. Your vibration will draw opportunities, situations, and people into your life. Now, the more that you practice your clear senses, the more you're going to receive impressions, the more premonitions. Maybe you'll start to have dreams about something that's about to happen. You might start to dream someone else's life. That happened to me for a while. I remember I had this dream that I was in South, and it was my dream. Go figure. I was in South America, and my dream was that I was pregnant. I had with this man who had 2 children, and I was pregnant, and I was speaking another language with him. I have no idea what I was saying, but that was one of the dreams that I had. So some strange things are definitely going to happen, what we call strange. However, what they are is more of you is coming online. These light codes are going to actually expand every single bit of you to a place that you're going to be able to move things with your mind. Like I said, telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation. Maybe you'll be able to transport yourself or transport objects, levitation. There's a lot that is going to happen to all of us that are ascending to this higher consciousness, ascending to this 5 dimension, and maybe even beyond the 5 dimension. All right, so let's do an activity. I know we haven't hit the 1 hour mark, but I'm probably not going to stay on for too much longer because I have to eat some dinner. And I appreciate anyone who's joined me tonight. All of you who have joined me. I'm very grateful to all of you, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't, like, I'll start to cry. I'm very, very grateful. I sense everyone's energy. I sense all of you are beautiful beings of light. It's usually people open up spiritually before they understand the concepts and appear to go into serious confusion over what is happening to them. Yes, I felt that. I mean, I felt that, experienced that music many times in the last 2 years. And now I sense that I'm more grounded, and I realize exactly what my mission is. And that's what I'm really focused on now, is what my mission is. And my mission is to be here. My mission is to do the interviews, and my mission is to share some other hosting avenues. Okay, so let's do some psychic phenomenon. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm sending you light and love. All right, I want to remind you, light on the horizon, good things are coming beyond your view. A difficult situation will improve. And that means that you see a sunrise. Maybe set your alarm and go out tomorrow morning and see a sunrise. Go see a sunset, and it will spark light within your heart. We all have this light that's in our heart that is covered by this matrix stuff, all this physical reality that we've been living in, because it's all about consumerism, competitiveness, and capitalism. And it's all about, get out of my way, I'm going to get there. That's what people did. They said, don't take it personally. Seriously? All right, let's have fun now. All right, so let's let out a breath. And I'd like you to relax, let go of any kind of tension in your body. Like I say, a rag doll. Maybe you're a rag doll. And maybe you want to just drop down your head a little bit, but don't cut off your energy flow. You want to just relax. So maybe tense up and let go. And tense up and let go. You know something's working when you get the calling to share it. Yes. Aw. I'm supposed to keep sharing. All right, so we're relaxing. And as I've said, I want you to just imagine you putting all your weight into wherever you're sitting or laying down, and just relax. Because the more we relax, then the more we are allowing information to come in. Because when we're not relaxed, we're tense, we're blocking. We're blocking. We don't want to block. So we want to just relax and remind ourselves that anything is possible and we can achieve this and have self-confidence and a trust. We want to trust that we will receive information we're supposed to. And this is practice. The more we practice and tune in, then the more we can go into a situation and tune into our intuition and know exactly what we should be doing. We can have more discernment and we can make decisions quicker. We will be drawn to certain people and opportunities and successes that we wouldn't normally have if we practice our clairsenses. All right, so we're relaxed. And we're going to take some inhales and exhales 3 times together so that we get more, we focus more on our breath. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to focus on our breath so we're more relaxed. And let's do that together. So an inhale. Okay, so hopefully you're a little bit more relaxed. And just focus on your breath. And we're pushing away any thoughts that we have. We are not interested in thoughts. We're just dropping down into our senses, into our physical. We're making physical contact with our vessel. And we are pushing away thoughts and we are having focus and concentration. And we're going to continue to breathe. And we're continuing to be relaxed. Maybe you have your eyes open, your eyes closed, whatever it is you'd like. And this is a personal experience, so there's no right or wrong. Whatever you're sensing or feeling is entirely right for you. Accept whatever you're receiving. The more you accept, the more you will receive. And so I'm going to tune into, we all have choices. We can tune into our hearing. If you've awakened your third eye, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, your claircognizance, your knowing, your ability to have an awareness beyond anything of normal average capacity that we've grown up to know. Your clairsustenance, your feeling, maybe your sense of touch. So choose 1 or 2 of these. And as usual, my experience is that I've been able to kind of grown and transform my claircognizant, my clairaudience. So I'm hearing. So I'm going to tune in and what am I hearing? What am I hearing in this space? What am I hearing beyond? I'm going to give you a suggestion after you've chosen one of your clairsenses or maybe 2. So I'm going to do my sense of touch and my clairaudience and I'm going to give a suggestion. And my suggestion is the first time that you ever fell in love. So you're going to travel to that time and space, and you're going to tune into your whatever it is, your clairsense that you'd like, the first time you ever fell in love. And I'm going to be quiet and let's see what information you receive. Okay, so I don't know if anyone else received any information. So my personal experience, it's funny. I had this memory in my mind, but I haven't really reminded myself of it or acknowledged it, but I've always known it's there. I was literally in first grade. It was this little boy in first grade, and I remember, I remember this little boy, and I remember his name even, and I remember spending time with him. So, and I remember the actual situation and how I felt. So I fell in love the first time when I was in first grade. I don't know if anyone else had an experience, if you received any information. I saw some vivid colors. I heard words. I heard what I said, and I guess it was childhood love, right? Oh, so the first time you ever fell in love, and we have these suggestions and we practice these clairsenses because we're reminding ourselves of feelings, and we do this with different reminders. And the more we do this, the more we'll bring this into our lives and our physical reality. And we'll also, we're breaking open all of this, I guess, all of this darkness that we've had covering our heart and our soul and our spirit. And the more that we touch on some of these memories that we've had that are positive, and even some of the negative, it will transform us and it will awaken us even more. All right, so let's do one more. So again, let's drop down. We're going to relax and remind ourselves to breathe and tune inward. And we're a rag doll. We're pushing away any thoughts. And we're going to drop down into our senses, and we're tuning into our senses. And we're having confidence, and we're making physical contact with our vessel, making physical contact with our senses. So we don't want to pay attention to any thoughts that are guiding us. When I give a suggestion, automatically we're going to think something. What we see with our eyes is not what we're going to receive through our senses. What we see with our eyes is everything that we've been programmed to know. We don't want that. We want to go to the truest part of ourselves, which is our senses. All right, so we're making physical contact. We're dropping down into our senses, and we're tuning into one or two of our clairsenses, whatever you choose. And I'm going to give a suggestion, and hopefully you receive an impression. So maybe it's a sensation, a sound, a word, a place. It could be an assortment of impressions. Maybe you see something. Okay, and so my suggestion is, I'd like you to imagine sending a telepathic message to someone that you know. And that is the suggestion that I'm giving right now, which means that you are reaching beyond this physical reality through your expanded consciousness, and you are sending a telepathic message. And what impressions do you receive? Okay, so let's try this right now. I'm going to be quiet. So the suggestion is you choose one of your clairsenses and you send a telepathic message to someone that you know. And what information do you receive? What impressions? I think I'm going to keep my eyes open right now and see if that changes things. Okay. So what I've received in the last few, what I received in the last few days is that you can send a telepathic message, not by our normal my mind to your mind. I send a telepathic message where I reach up through my consciousness, which is, I guess, up into a place of more source, and then I send it through that avenue to whoever the person is I'm trying to contact, to their higher consciousness. So it's my higher consciousness to their higher consciousness. That's what I've discovered. I don't know how it works for you. And I just did that. So we'll see if the person receives my message. And that's it. That's all for tonight. I'm wishing good things for you. I have upcoming topics this week. I don't have them. I guess I could tell you. I'll let you know tomorrow morning. I'll post it in the morning. And like I shared with you, I will be doing a interview with a medium, which will be posted over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be away, so I won't be here. And the following Saturday, I have a few more interviews coming up. So everyone be well. I'm wishing good things for you. Thanks for joining us. And I'm spinning light and you're in the center of it. And I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And everyone, thank you so much for all your, thank you so much, Craig. Thank you so much for all of your chats, writing in the chat. And I'm spinning light and you're in the center of it. And you're making a wish, make a wish. And I'm spinning it counterclockwise and you're making a wish. Good things for you. And I want good things for everyone, joy and hope and peace. And I'm here. And I have an open mind. And I hope you join me again tomorrow night. I got an impression that someone or several people got hurt in San Diego from a cliffside fall. And wow. Well, thank you, music. Wow, Bob Harding, that's pretty intense. Wow, I wonder if that happened. You received that impression, Bob Harding. Bob Harding, you are very tuned in. You have reached the 5 dimension, haven't you, Bob Harding? Okay, everyone, be well. Anyone who's watching this on the replay, thank you for joining us. Okay, bye. Be well, bye. Oh, and you can watch my interviews. They're on this YouTube channel as well. Bye.